Alright then, let's start this thing. And first and foremost, like always, hello Otis. Please, stay alive everyone. Stay alive, alright? Looking at you, level 8 Rodion. Ryoshu, I mean. Looking at you. Stay alive. Oh. That is fancy. They're literally running by like a wave. And I see the middle in the background. Seems like they have to go through the same thing. Oh, how great. Is that just great? City Sweeper Type D. Lots of bleed, a little bit of paralysis, and trash disposal, which allows them to reuse the same coin 3 times per skill. Is there, is there a chance for this to trigger, or is this a guarantee thing? I'm not entirely sure, but it says unbreakable. Maybe if I break it, the secondary effect doesn't get triggered. If it still does, that would be kind of horrible. Just saying, because they know how strong that move is if it isn't chance-based. And then we have 3331973. Persistence is back! Oh! When taking lethal damage, 80% chance to not take that hit. Heals 60 HP, recovers from stagger, and loses this effect. The buff effect does not activate under the following conditions. When the coin damage takes exceeds the unit's max HP, when the unit has the HP healing down effect, reduced by 1 at the turn end. Alright, and passives takes less damage because they're super tanky. If anyone dies, heal HP. On kill, heal HP. Heals SP equal to the numbers of surviving sweepers. When joining after wave 2, enters with... Wait. 30 SP? After wave 2. I guess we have multiple waves around here? 3 waves, 14 enemies. Okay. Then we have City Sweeper Type C. Seems to be relatively the same. Also with Persistence, he gets protection and gives it to allies. Night in the back streets. Heal HP, inflict more coins, and he can technically lower our stagger threshold by 8 on every hit. Okay, we might want to take care of him first because he's the one protecting the others. Sweeper Type A is the same as the others. Don't really see a difference between this and that guy. No, that's the same. D, A, B type. Same bleed effect, same paralysis effect, same persistent effect. Random protection and Knights of the Back Streets. Pretty sure all of them are pretty much the same, they just have a different prototype of the body shape. Alright then. But hey, it should be fine, right? This is now our first time fighting a bunch of sweepers, right? This isn't our first time. We can do this. We can always do this. Regret. Defense. And I'm just gonna hope that the others are not gonna die. Please don't die. Not like this. You need to hold on. You just need to hold on. This can't go on forever, right? This is just a simple night. A simple night in the back streets. It's just... Okay. Please take a couple of them. They're getting a little bit ridiculous here. This P gain is kind of crazy. The persistence always triggers. 80%. Right. Oh! So Claire's getting a couple of hits. That's good. Another persistence. Are you kidding me? Come on! Come on! I just got rid of that guy! Oh, you're saying Oh, you were not supposed to lose that one. You were not supposed to lose that one. Come on. Gregor? Gregor, please. Yeah, that's not about to happen. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's not about to happen. It's not about to happen. Let's be serious. It's about to get staggered. They're all too fast. They're all too fast. Yeah. This is exactly what I thought would happen if we spent the night in the city. Okay. Ego can shift the battle in your favor if you use it when you still have enough sanity. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue here. I don't really get that ego stuff that easily. Right? Don't really get that stuff so easily. But hey, now I have a rough idea what I need to do. Just need to make sure that I get the right identity for that. So let's see if a couple of Rapture editions are going to change this thing. I hope it does. Yes, I'm still underleveled. That's fine. I can live with this. I can absolutely live with this. We just need to survive after all. We just need to survive. Right? It's fine. She can handle it. That's my Dawn! Yes, my girl! Keep yourself tanky and healthy. Keep yourself tanky and super, super healthy. Are you kidding? Fairies! I'm royally disappointed here. Royally disappointed. 2 tails on 2 coins. Ah, God. They get all the free reusables. I'm always lacking behind. It happens, right? It happens. Oh well, the blind obsession! Surely the blind obsession is going to save us. It will save us. It barely did any damage. That is not good. Do I have enough talismans? Wait a second, where did my other talisman go? Oh no. That might actually be bad then. I wanted to apply that thing on, on somebody else. It's not good to keep it on Sinclair. He's just gonna harm himself. And if they hit him, that will do so much more damage. Ooh, Donna's still alive. That's good. That's good. Hey, Faust, how's it going? Wave 2 complete. Wave 3 incoming. The battle was long and grueling. Even Ricardo and his henchmen appear visibly exhausted after the second wave. Big brother, we've messed up. We never should have put you through this trouble in the first place. Don't worry about me, kid. You have taken your brother, who came all the way from the south, and guided him safely through the labyrinth that is H-Corp. I would say you've done more than enough. No one could have expected that we would be fighting the sweepers, of all possible things. Ugh. If we are able to withstand the sweepers, enemies that could give even the middle trouble, practice makes perfect, and perfection makes an expert, huh? I guess Song Lu wasn't too off about that remark. If we can survive this, we can survive that guy, right? But then again, he's probably busy keeping his family alive. Man, we would have been long swept away by the Horde if we were still new at this. Yeah? Ishmael was taking this brief downtime to check the sharpness of her harpoon was right. We've been through something like this before, fighting against an endless horde of enemy, long battles of attrition. It was new. And that very experience was definitely an edge we had against these enemies. Of course. Oh my god! Can we even handle the third wave at this rate? There's no choice but to withstand it. Nothing was certain just yet. We still had the third wave to survive. I'll carry out your sentence as soon as we survive the third wave. You seriously still want to go after us? Come on! At this point, we're basically in the same boat here. That guy just can't help it but have it out on us. Yep, seems like it. Why would I ever go? The third wave begins, and with it, the building suddenly began to shift violently. What? Hold on, what is going on? The buildings are shifting. What is happening? I think I remember asking all of you guys to read the damn pamphlets. Building inside of H Corp shifts every once in a while. I didn't know it would be like this, but still. Well, fortunately, it doesn't seem like that the building that we're in is shifting by much. Executive Manager. As soon as Otis finished, an errant building suddenly shuddered violently from the ground, rising in a diagonally burst, and struck Ricardo square in the chest, sending him blasting off into the skyline. Damn you! Mark my words! This is also going into the books of vengeance! Ricardo wasn't the only one that got particularly punched by a building. Big Brother! No! The henchmen of the middle, who had formed a defensive squad to withstand the waves, were blasted off in all directions. Or maybe they were falling? I'm not entirely sure about that. What is happening? The movement of the building has significantly reduced the enemy's population in this area, Dante. This is an opportunity. Now that those irritating bastards are off of our back, I think this is definitely more doable now. Are you sure about that, Sinclair? I wouldn't be so sure about that just yet. I can feel the spirit rising amongst the sinners. Come on then, let's do this. We've done this kind of fight 1,000 times. Again, Dante, I'm not so sure about that. Pretty sure I saw some staggers. And I still don't get my freaking skill. Are you kidding me right now? Light blue and pride. Light blue and pride. Okay, that should technically be doable. I'm gonna get staggered though. There's no way that I wouldn't get staggered. So instead I'm going to go for a counter skill. Hit him on the third skill, maybe triggering the counter, or rather not the counter, but at the very least the stagger bar, and hope for the best. I really would love to go for my pride skills here, but it doesn't seem like they're giving me the opportunity to do so. I do think that doesn't use pride. This one? Sure. Might just work. 18. I need to go for the light blue. Can I transfer this into pride? This will use pride. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work in the slightest. Same goes to... No! Wait! I could use this. I could use this to generate pride. And then follow it up with another frontal assault. Alright. Otis, if you can survive for one more round, or maybe two, we can use the other skill again. Your favorite skill. They hate that skill. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. You just need to hold on for a little bit longer, alright? Just a tiny bit longer. I already gave him the talismans. We have another stagger here as well. That will surely help us out a little bit. Okay, I got a second stagger. How's it going, Otis? Did you get a stagger on the other? Can't quite see it. He's saying? I think that guy had all sorts of counter unbreakables. But hey, you killed him. That changes everything. Changes everything. 6 HP. Oh, she's staggered. But she's currently not being targeted. It's good. That is incredibly good. We have a couple of free hits. 17 is good enough. 12 seems to be a bit tricky though. Should I go for even more speed? I might have to go for even more speed, but maybe I could change it up a bit. Oh, never mind. Everything around here uses pride. Rodion, it seems like you're about to die. Yep. It kinda seems like that you're about to die, Rodion. And I'm really sorry about it, but there's nothing I can do about it. I can stop this though. The protection spell is not going to happen. Alright? At the very least, that one protection spell is not going to happen. I'm not going to say it's going to make a lot of differences, because the other ones are going to apply other protection spells, but maybe, just maybe, we might just get Otis safely into the next round. Maybe. Yes! Yes! Oh my god! Okay. No unbreakable. And then I'm going to go for this. I'm going to add as many green skills as I can with a bunch of protection spells. But then again, I might just get the stagger on most of those guys. I don't need to hide. I can just go for the offensive instead. Talisman. This has to be strong enough. Burn them down. And don't stop. Oh no. Oh no. Wait. She's still capable of doing it? Was about to say, I thought I saw her lose there, but no. She's still able to cast a spell. That's good. Pretty sure a couple of those orders were mixed up. And I didn't get the stagger either. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? My thing! It's still alive! It's still alive! Okay! Issues? Small issues? Should be fine. Let's go for the body sack, probably? Or... how much do I need for this again? More pride. I don't have pride. Yeah, that's not about to happen. Let's be serious. This is not about to happen. Bodysuit. Come on. I don't see her. I don't see Otis. I'm not entirely sure if she's still alive. They apply a bunch of bleed. Maybe. No. No, she's gone. She's gone. God damn it! God freaking damn it! This is fine. How close are you to your stagger ball? If I defend, how much damage would that do? Kinda hard to say, but at the very least, I can block this move entirely. Go for the knowledge boost. On this skill, defend on the first. Protect. Protect. Counter, counter. Then how about a little bit of protection and we shall all pray. Okay? We shall all pray to the ancient assault so that the others are going to keep themselves alive. I'm not entirely sure how they're supposed to beat all the other guys now, but at the very least, I'm going to take as many of them with me as I can. Please. Hold on. One more hit. He's gonna bleed out. Oh, he's so going to bleed out. Okay. Was to be expected. Oh, assault, please don't get staggered. Oh my god. Danger comes out. 34. Come on. Heal them up. Gain some protection. 71 on Heathcliff. That is good. That is really, really good. Pretty sure my Gregor's about to die. Okay. And my Massault is staggered as well. Heathcliff is holding on for dear life. Oh. Huh? Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. I wasn't supposed to win this one, was I? I wasn't supposed to beat all of them. What? Was that the last of them? I think. Current time, 4:24 hours. About 10 minutes until the night in the back streets end. But we can relax now, given that we have survived the third wave. The buildings are also no longer shifting. Stability has been restored. We did it, Executive Manager. Oh my god, bloody hell, finally! The sinners all collapsed to the ground from exhaustion. There was a Kinsa here, but it's gone now. Despite that fact, we haven't moved at all from our initial position. There wasn't even a trace of it that it had ever been here. We realized that we have been relocated to the top of a roof, as though we had all just awakened from the dream of sleeping in a building that has never existed. That was one hell of a battle, man! I thought I was done for! This is killing me! I don't know if we could have survived that if that hair-obsessed Noon wasn't here to draw some of them away. I guess we've got something to thank him for. Huh, so that's all they've got in a head-on battle. Are thou acquainted with these foes, young Ryoshu? Of course, I've heard of them. Their scent of blood. It was faint, but it cannot be. No! It would be best not to linger over long on this thought. Are you recognizing that they are made out of blood and nothing else? Maybe it's really close to blood bags, just in a more liquefied state. Why not? Please, dig deeper. Letting ephemeral inspiration slip through your fingers is the death of creativity. I said I wouldn't linger on it. Don't rush me, please. Whatever. How uninspiring. Guys, that was not the time for bickering, alright? Pretty sure we are all dead tired. Ryoshu and Don's words were indeed unnerving, but we have plenty of time to discuss that once we return to the bus. If we can return in one piece, that is. So, Chua. He's still alive. Great. Were you hiding in some kind of building? Oh, you probably were. Well, I'll be frank, it was quite impressive. I thought for sure you would have been long swept away by now. Joa must have been waiting somewhere nearby to watch us die, because it did not take long for him to reappear before us. Perhaps they agreed upon a new deal when we were fending off the waves of sweepers. The Mao branch and Silu were both approaching us in an intimidating gale that contrasted with their earlier passivity. Oh, please, damn it! Executive Manager, we had too many high-risk, high-fatigue battles in succession. I hate to offer such disloyal advice, but it may be wise to avoid this battle at all costs. Well, it doesn't seem like that's an option to me. I looked around. Most of the sinners were either dead, trampled, or chopped to small, unrecognizable pieces, They were barely holding on at best. I can bring them back like I always do, but when they completely surround us, I don't know if I can bring them back in time to protect me. They might just cut the sinners down as soon as they get back up. Well, I guess this is well within my prediction, huh? I can simply finish off anyone that hasn't been swept away. Now, a stage is set for my ascension. For the next 10 minutes, no sweepers, let alone anyone is coming here. You know why, right? Because who in their right mind would leave their home when the night in the back street is still ongoing? And looks like even that annoying idiot of the middle has been taken care of too. Well, somehow. He really wants to get punched, isn't he? My god! You! How much of this was your plan? And how much of this is just random occasion? Well, how much you ask? The whole thing, of course. All the way back to that construction site blocking your path. The one who deceived that unscrutable fool of your company. Well, it was me, the one who put the pitiful Queen Tao, who doesn't even have a family name, with you. Well, it was me, the one who contracted the 3X office to challenge you for a duel. That was also me. And guess who it was that relayed your real-time location to all kinds of forces in the district? Yes, that was also me. And this trashy launching without a residential permit. All devised by none other than yours truly, using Q-Corp's technology. I see. Wow, you do realize that if you made that room a little bit better, wait for the night to pass, don't wake us up at all. We could have accidentally been swept away in the middle of the night. You do realize that all your interference didn't make it any better. You ruined the plan halfway. Alright? Alright. Oh, it's so good! It was so good, wasn't it? A perfect strategy, as I said, that was not good. You should have waited for us to fall asleep. Completely fall asleep. And then let the sweepers rush through. You kinda stumped on your own feet there, pal. So, what do you think? Aren't I the greatest? Aren't I so utterly clever? This is exactly why I deserve to be the next family hierarch. A folly to speak those words. An unfamiliar voice echoes from the dark. There was neither animosity nor hospitality, only utter serenity and nothing else. The speaker approached us, walking under the narrow ray of moonlight that shone between the shifting buildings. In his hand was a decapitated head, illuminated by the pale light. Blood dripping from the severed neck, and with wide open eyes, remained frozen in his final moment, filled with utter terror. He walked towards us, in step with the drip of blood. Who the heck? It can't be. Yeah? Q? I knew it. Hua was working for someone, and it was him. Why do you have Qingtao's head? Well, I've brought back the wayward pet to his master, that it may once again be leashed. So there is the serpent, my lords. Leave it. We needn't shoo it away. What? You were loaned the Haisho Pact, so that you may simply get in their way, and nothing more. I see. Was there a sudden change of heart once you held the leash in your hands? That to return to the Shi family's side would be to your benefits? No! You knew everything all along? What, I must ask, is everything that you speak of? Your vision is too limited for my lord's wisdom to comprehend. The wise fail to peer through the narrow-sighted eyes of a fool. But if by everything that you're referring to, how you feigned abandonment from the She family to secure my lord's trust, indeed, it could be said that we do know everything. Don't kill me, please! Please don't kill me! I will share with you my most guarded secrets! And the She family, it's, right, the 10 Blades of the East! Yes, the farm... The farm? But Shishua would speak no more. For a serpent blade struck from the umber and severed his head from his torso with ease. Little Shua, have I not warned you time and time again to guard your tongues against the creeping desperation? I believe that we have gathered the intelligence that we had hoped to collect, my lord. You needn't pursue the serpent, Zilu. Alright. His voice boomed as he commanded those appearing to be from his office. The tall, bearded man took a pondering step from the shadows and stood before us. With an enigmatic expression, he wordlessly looked at Yua's decapitated head, now lying on the ground, then at us. It was as though he was gazing upon the clouds or blades of grass. I shall take them with me. He picked up Yua's decapitated head before gesturing at his office with a nod. Here it is, my lord. Wrap the heads with the status wrap, and decomposition won't set anytime soon. And with those bandages, he began to wrap them up in a particular motion. He does not pay us any heed, as though we weren't even worth the attention. Return to me once you're finished here. Yes, my lords. Hold on! You can't just show up like that out of nowhere and... how about we just let him go? Huh? Might be a better idea. We are no condition for any more battles. At least not right now. He did not reply, his eyes gazing, yet reflecting nothing but hollow emptiness. And just as he had emerged from the darkness, he vanished into the shadows, carrying 2 decapitated heads. Yeah, alright, that's fine, you can go now, right? This is very unsettling, but it's probably a good idea for them to just leave. Yeah. Very good idea to just let them go. I can see why they took the hits though. It's probably something to do with life insurance, right? It didn't went through the skull. It just cut their throats. Alliance? Wait, are we forming an alliance with someone? Not with that guy, right? Not with that guy. I mean, at the very least, it didn't attack us. That's a pro. But I'm not entirely sure if he actually sees us as equals. Probably not. Now then, yeah. Things weren't really looking that good for us. I could instinctively tell that they were different from anyone or anything that we faced in Hongyuan so far. I don't suppose our lord left them alive only for us to slay them like this. Then perhaps it would be apt that I introduce myself, as it is common courtesy to do so. Call me Singong. I am but a humble student of my lord, Master Kui's teachings. My lord, Master Fu. Somehow I was reminded of the discussion Xing Tao refused to finish. For when the far one comes, betwixt the burned doors, shall a star fall astray. Well, as for that song, it's a song that becomes rather popular in the backstreets in the recent months. Well, it's not the place to discuss such matters though. I will share the tale in a more appropriate setting later, should we come across it at least. Does it have something to do with this group? Well, name's Stunter. I'm their manager. I decided to speak up, struggling through the pressure. How? You're just TikToking! This is not gonna work, Stunter! I instinctively knew that we had to find out as much as I could about that man from earlier. They introduced themselves as Manager Dante. I see. Your candidness is appreciated. Silu, withdraw the Mao. It seems that we need not contend with them for the moment. Very well. It seems that they had the very same thought about us. Now, is that sufficient proof of our intent to engage in a brief discourse? To discuss some matters with you, to mark a courteous end to this encounter, should be of benefit to us, for the prospect of our future. So, ask away, as they say. So, that is when Jia Qingchu stepped forward after having retreated from the domineering presence. So that is what those suspicious songs that I've heard in the backstreets were about. It's about you guys, wasn't it? So, are those lyrics true? Ah, so that is what you wish to know. Qingchu of the Jia family. It is said that you possess talent in rhetoric, yet walk a path beclouded by concern and anxiety. Truly, your insignificance preludes your paths in greatness. Hey! Wait, please, don't speak for me. I would have been the first to say anything if I thought she was wrong. Yes, my lady. You are. You're the one who sent him after us, right? Close, yet not exactly. He was an agent of the Shi family, sent to spy on my lord's doing. We had bestowed him control of the Haisha Pact, for we had found his conduct shallow, and we saw a means of learning more about the Shi family's machinations. Yet it seems that once granted power, the boy mistook himself for a man with the wherewithals to present the whole Shi family. So, you used him. Just as he thought to use us, we ended up using him, though he was quite shallow in his strategy compared to our own. So, what now? I don't think you're looking to kill us, right? Now? Nothing. Do whatever it is that you had sought to accomplish here. Wait, you're just letting two of your master's rival go? Just like that? Is that really in his best interest? Huh. What a strange thing to say. Looking around as I might, I fail to see any rivals here. Just passing clouds. Right? Then... Why did you order Chihuahua to attack us? You said it yourself. We're not even your rivals, right? The manager is inquiring why you commanded Chihuahua to carry out this assault against Limbus company. Oh, they fear, yet they seek to gain understanding through that fear. Yet they remain wanting in a certain perspicacity? Oh god, they're using words. Well, anyways, my lord has always said that if one learns nothing but a blight, then no discord with them shall bear fruit. Instead of giving me a straight answer, Xingong left with only a puzzling comment before she brushed past us. I have given you courtesy enough. This is a good time for us to depart. Now, do stay nicely within your borders, as you have remained there thus far. I would greatly despise an odd splash of ink marring the great painting. And with that, Xingong walked into the shadows casted beneath the forest of the buildings. Silu and the countless Haishul that surrounded us also disappeared with them. Whew! Finally! Some peace! Some quiet! I looked around just in time to see Otis collapse, while the rest of the sinners lay dead or barely clinging to life. And there was Jia Qingchu, who also collapsed to the floor as well, and Wei, who was tending to her wounds. And me who somehow survived through all that without getting decapitated. Right. And the night that puts us through those multiple brushes with death finally came to a close. The day breaks. Oh god, it's too early. They barely had any time to rest. It's 4 a.m. It was 4 a.m. Yeah, and that is pretty much everything that has happened. Yeah, so that was Big Brother Chia. I see. Is he dead on the ground? Once the day broke, we decided to take a quick walk outside to recover a little from the exhaustion of the night. It was also to decide our course of actions from here on, and we also had to decide if we wanted to travel with Chia, with whom we shared our destination. Hello? Did you forget how to make a concerned face or something? We're literally being hunted! Well, not really, but still! How are you maintaining that irritating poker face for the whole conversation? It's about death and life! Well, of course not. Classic Chia family secrecy, huh? Always hiding something. And I bet you are too. If you are, you better spit it out now. I don't have time to casually stroll about with my to-be enemy, alright? Ching Chung, as I've always said, the seat of the family hierarchy is of no concern to me. Fine, even if you're lying, I do know that you haven't really prepared anything for your assignment. Changing the subject. Chia, who was chatting with Hong Lu, methodically slowed down enough to walk right next to me, as though she was exuding steps of a plan. Huh? You lead my brother's faction, don't you? About what I wanted to talk to you about earlier was... Oh yeah, I guess I do. For now, I guess. Right? Wait, earlier? Ah, right, in the lobby. Oh, is this about our conversation back in the Kessner? Brother, translation please. Of course. Dante is unquestionably our manager. Right, then let me make a proposal. Become my faction for the duration of the family hierarchy evaluation. Please help me out. Wait, what? It's Wait, can we do that? Can we do that? Why not? You guys managed to stall even the sweepers, right? That means you command a formidable force. That's true, but is that allowed? Contract-wise? I mean, we are contracted to Limbus company. I don't know if we can just join another team. But then again, if it's for mission, maybe. Besides, you've headed to the family's mansion anyways, aren't you? You just don't know what to do once you get there, right? And as for the competition, well, my brother doesn't really care about the whole thing anyways, so... Why don't you just join me instead? Help me become the new family hierarch. I'm not like our other older siblings either. I always pay my debts, whether that's for a favor or for a grudge. If you can trust me, then I'm happy to write... Wait, Faust, can we do that? Faust deemed Xiao's plan, her explanation of it at least, rather flawless. Having such an ally at the apex of a wing will be a great boon to Limbus company as well, so surely they wouldn't disagree either. Okay, I guess so. Then, don't really see a reason to refuse, right? Hong Lu has been listening to our conversation, boiled the discussion down to a clear explanation, and related to Chia. Well, that's perfect. It is said that formation of such alliance should come with a grand banquet to mark the occasion and to cement the upcoming coalitions. The banquet's on me, once we get closer to the central zone. Let's find a nice Kenza to discuss our future venture together. You're Dante, right? Let's make this thing work, Dante! Sure. I was still a little bit bewildered by the turns of events, but Gia reached out for a handshake with such earnesty that I found myself almost drawn to shake her hands in return. Now that I think about it, this is the first time we ever had ourselves an ally that wasn't specifically selected by the company. Right. Well, if that's the case, I really hope that we can have at least one ally. Oh, are you kidding me, Dante? Who doesn't meet a terrible end? You had to jinx it! You had to jinx it, Dante! I'm gonna take a clip of this moment! I'm gonna take a clip of this moment! If it fires back, it's your fault! It's your fault! After the banquet, we walked out of the Kenza to find the Mephistolus waiting for us in the middle of the road. Whoa, man! I never thought about it, but now that I was just standing like this in the middle of the streets, it really stands out, doesn't it? Right. So, is this the usual ride? Yeah. And that's Saudi! We're glad to see that you're all safe. Saudi and Pilot walked out of the inside from the bus. Uh-huh. So, did you guys take care of your business? Well, I have some pressing things to talk about. Listen well, do you have any idea how much trouble your subordinate little connection has become? And yes, Miss Faust has already made her report. Pilot? Yes? By the way he awkwardly steps forward, he probably already got a hell of a talk from Saudi. Real mighty sorry about that, y'all. I've only ever been part of eradication missions, so, and never in this espionage business, so... Pilot? What did I say about mixing excuses into an apology? I'm sorry! Forget what I said! I'm really mighty sorry here! For real! Really! This Cheng Tao guy approached me and sweet-talked me into going along with this plan, and... so I got too cocky, assuming that I knew better than my seniors, and... yeah, I'm sorry too. I forgot that he's still a new guy in this business. Of course he would be prone to making these kinds of mistakes, right? Well, it looks like we'll both be writing letters to explain our failure together. Huh? Oh, are you both getting disciplined for this? The disciplinary action is unlikely to be anything significant. The LCB team came out unscattered, all things considered after all. However, it is likely that they may have to work for half a year without any pay. Well, I would consider it a win. If all we're getting is a dock of pay, I mean they could literally rip us apart. Next time, I'll do better, I promise! Next time, I'm gonna get real good at this job. I'm gonna become someone who can actually provide good assistance to you all. So... of course, Pilot. You really should. In fact, you will have no choice to become a contribution member of the team when I'm done with you. So let's get to it, shall we? No one is dying or getting fired under my watch as long as I'm the manager, alright? I'll make sure of that. Oh. Yeah. Right, almost forgot to tell you, Saudi. It's really important business stuff going forward. We are gonna... yeah. I was going to bring that up sooner or later. We just got the order from the LTA. Huh? Saudi produced a small device from her pocket and began reading from it. Upon arrival at the central zone of H-Corp, the LCB will participate in the family hierarchy evaluation with a candidate? Was it also reported? I guess they turned it into an official mission then. We were going to do that anyways. Now, this bus team's faction's gonna be my... The LCB will present the following sinner as their chosen candidate. Sinner number 6, Hong Lu. What? Why? Why? You can't do that! What the hell? You, all of you! I'm gonna make you throw up everything that you just ate, you assholes! What the hell? He doesn't even want the title! Why can't we just allow her to have it? I guess having a contract with the head chief of a wing would probably be of greater benefit to the company. But come on! Come on! Just let her have it! Just let her have it! Why are you taking that away from her? She wants it so badly! Oh, this is just so mean! Oh well. Happens, huh? It happens. She even bought all that food! There was a whole celebration! Now she's probably going to discard our team! It's fine. Maybe we can turn it still around. We don't have to fulfill the mission completely, right? We can participate with Hong Lu to distract him from Chia, and then maybe it still turns out the way that we hoped it would go, right? It doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that. Now, seeing how I literally didn't read any of those identity stories for pretty much the entirety of the event and the previous railway, I'm just gonna read 3 of them right here, right now. It probably is going to include Mariachi, Otis, and, for the heck of it, Hong Lu. But we will start with Mariachi. Now let us see. Lost Mariachi, Jeff. Alright. So, you want me to do that? The child's eye quivered, his skin went pale, and his well-flourished mustache wiggled like a caterpillar. El Jefe, he's been feeling uneasy. It's all up to you to cheer him up, eh, novato? Another child softly comforted him. All the other children had their eyes fixed on the one they called Jeffy or Boss, who was holding the mariachi in trembling hands. You see, novato, this is like a rite of passing. That's right, it's something that all Perot of choice ought to experience to be an unvedato mariachi. The appointed child's face was so pale, it was starting to take on the shade of Leash. But I've heard the stories. If I say that to our chef, Sinclair, zip, well, your head's just going to go poop. For sure. Un crento explosivo. So what did I just say? The child angrily argued, with the other children shaking their heads and saying the same thing. We all went through it once, so get over it. The child let out a sigh after that. Then he realized that there was no other way out of the situation. The child carefully opened his mouth and spoke to the boss. Boss, prepare the pañata party! Before that sentence could finish. Shut up. The wee spot of blood gushes out of the head of the child who mentioned panata. Bueno hecho, novato. The boss has entered the boss mode! The rest of the children scratched themselves on the back of their respective heads as they watched the fainted child with proud eyes. From the looks of things, it seems to have reminded of them of their own experience. The boss mode! He looks so cool! I would kinda love to keep it in that style as well. But the burn theme needs to be dressed in red. All of them needs to be dressed in red. One united front in the colors of the Rot Front. Right? All for Knallers. Alright, next we have Otis' story. G-Corp's head, Manager Otis. Please state the corporal entities that colluded with you in this war. F-Corp and E-Corp. Any other? The child was vexed by the question, especially so as she knew that having the expected answer come out of her mouth would put her standing in jeopardy. The old L-Corp. What you've just testified would signify that you fought alongside the instigator of the war. Do admit this. I was only following G-Corp's order as an employee. Manager Otis, please. Annoyed by the child speaking out of turn, the judge lifted a hand to stop her from other interruption. Manager Otis. Listen, the war has ended. Furthermore, it was your side that has won. G-Corp acquired what it sought, decades worth of energy from byproducts of smoke. This court is not being held to find your responsibility or punish you. Do you understand this? As if the child thought to herself. The victory of Jacob's alliance does not mean that it influenced the extent of the whole city. Rather, it comes with a problem, as the war involving the inextricably intertwines the interests of several wings. The victor will need its justifications. For those sort of matter, the obvious move for a company would be to appear as innocent as possible in the public eye by reprimanding an easy target. And that is why I'll be thrown to the wolves, she concluded. I understand, Your Honor. Are they using her as a sacrificial lamb? To put the whole blame of the war on her, even though she's just a middle guy who followed the orders of G-Corp? Are you serious? You used her as a soldier and then discard her? No wonder that Gregor's so passive all the time. No wonder he's so careful. Right, Honglu? It all adds up. Oh, by the way. There's a certain order to the story. Maybe I shouldn't read it out of order. I kinda wanted to include Honglu today. What to do? Can I fix this? Can't really fix this. Who's the first one? Gregor. Okay, then in that case, instead of Honglu, I shall read Gregor's story today, as the last of our stories. Leo Association, South Sector 6, Letter C. Unfair. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what's so unfair about this, pal? Got me all curious now. The child tossed the fellow that he grabbed by the collar aside, then sat in front of the one who spoke to him, bringing their gaze together. I mean, isn't it damn weird that you can just shoot fire from your fists? An old run-of-the-mile fixer get themselves a weapon from some workshop, and you think this is what's weird? Besides, I didn't use any of that fire magic when I knocked you flat. So what gives? Magic my ass! Look, pal, you're just too weak. Simple as that. Do you really think it's a good idea to pick fights with some random guy passing by? That's it! That's the damn problem! In adjusting his glasses, the child raised a questioning eyebrow. How does it make sense for a scrafty pun like you to beat up 8 healthy young people? Prune, huh? The child's brow furrowed a little, but only for a passing moment. This wouldn't be the first time that he heard such a remark, and it certainly wasn't going to be the last one either. Listen, youngster, you've got to be much nicer with your words around experienced, maybe veteran, you hear me? And you're short as hell as well! Short? Plus, you look like you're a total mess! Oh no, that's not true at all. Yes it is, you cap! Your beard is on the 5th month shadow, and your hair's so damn bird nesty that it's... Well, so much for that. A flame flickers from the fist that struck the child who was now lying on the floor, sharding that grounded hair. The one who threw the punch took a crescent cigarette to his mouth and lit the tip with his burning fist. Well, saved myself the trouble of grabbing a lighter. Sure, with this, he always has a light for others and himself. And who in their right mind insults the guy who just beats up 8 people? Oh god! Oh god! Yep! The Leo would have been perfect! They would have been perfect for that other she guy, right? Pretty sure that Fire Fist would have had a nice place to land on his face back then. Oh man, why could somebody be so insulting to everyone around him? He's so oblivious and obnoxious with his plans that he just steps on his own shoes. Oh. But hey, it's not gonna be the last time that we see him, right? He's gonna get a resurrection. It's gonna be funny. We will get our own revenge, surely. But alright, that was a final finale for today's part. And I can't wait to see how it's going to continue in Hong Lewis Kanto. Oh god, we will have a long conversation with the sister once the whole thing starts. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious. Until next time.